God, how am I getting all these views? Of course, Frozen! But I want to do this. The rides haven't come out yet. What's that noise?
Nor shall you be the last. Those who seek the spirit of Norway face peril in adventure.
That's it!
Well, I think I just ruined the drama for this special. Maybe. It was May 6, 1988, when the new Epcot Pavilion opened in the World Showcase. This pavilion was for Norway. And when it opened, it included many things. And by many, I mean not much. But less than a month after the pavilion opened, with the Norwegian government officially, a new ride for the Norway Pavilion opened. It was called the Maelstrom. The Maelstrom is a typical boat ride going through Norwegian history from the beginning to the myths and legends to the beautiful modern-day Norway, which, by Disney standards, is just a bunch of oil drills. The ride, originally titled Sea Venture, was supposed to be a thrilling log flume ride with a 946-foot drop. It would have focused on Norse legends of trolls, gnomes, Valhalla, Odin, Thor, Frog Thor. Okay, maybe not Frog Thor, though, gotta give credit. Frog Thor is pretty awesome. The story was that you, the audience, needed to get to the Rainbow Bridge to get to Valhalla. But those meddling trolls, with their mangy gnomes too, try to stop you on your path there. What would have made it very thrilling was that there would be a new ride system for the boats, specifically. This system would have had the boats turn around and go backwards for a part of the ride. This technique was then luckily and successfully used in the actual ride. Also, the famed Sherman Brothers, who also did songs for The Jungle Book, Mary Poppins, and Journey into Imagination, were supposed to do a song for the ride. However, there were two reasons for this not happening. One, Disney could not fit the drop into the building, so they had to make the drops way smaller, making the biggest drop in the ride only 20 feet. Also, the Norwegian government wanted the ride to show off Norway more than talk about its mythical history. In fact, they gave Disney a list of things that should be included in the attraction. They were Vikings, a fishing village, a polar bear, a fjord, I don't know what it's called, and an oil rig. So with this list, they made the ride, and the Maelstrom then opened to the public on July 8th, 1988. The ride was a success, with long lines and a cult following. The ride starts off with you going up an incline, with a Norwegian person speaking to you about your journey. After the big speech, you would come right next to an ancient Nordic tribe celebrating and honoring the gods. After seeing a man blowing a horn to incoming ships, you come across some trolls who you are disturbing. So they make your boat go backwards and down a smaller drop, making you disappear, as they say. This sends you somehow into a cave that shows you how Nordic spirits live in the north, with polar bears, even one that tries to kill you. You escape to find a beautiful forest with a tree gnome or troll, whatever that is. that makes your boat go for another drop. How nice. Also behind you, you are able to see the actual Norway Pavilion, and in turn, the people in the pavilion were able to see you. Anyways, after the drop, you come to the modern Norway. Again, oil drills. This ends the trip, taking you to a small town, where you are then unloaded off your boat, ending the ride. But it's not over, because after the ride, there is a short 5-minute film called The Spirit of Norway, which is about the history of Norway, almost acting as an advertisement. However, in 2011, there was some controversy over the film's ending, due to it not really depicting modern Norway, more depicting 80s to 90s Norway. A great Norway, but not new. The ride, as previously stated, was a success, and was one of the real only rides. I'm messing up these last sentences. Of the only real rides in the World Showcase. However, there was a darkness in the mountains of the ride. For you see, on November 27, 2013, the smash hit Disney film was released, titled Frozen. Now, with every Disney smash hit, a ride usually would come right after. Like, no. Aha! Like Lion King! Wait, that wasn't a ride, just a show. One of Disney's biggest hits gets no ride after 20 years? After 1 year Frozen gets a ride for 2016? What is happening? Seriously, most Disney movies either get a show, parade, or a very poor ride right after a release. But no! Frozen automatically gets a ride! And all of that other stuff. And a store! Well, that Monsters Inc. ride, but no, a store? Where's my Wreck-It Ralph ride? Where's my Tarzan ride? Where's the good Aladdin ride? Huh, Disney? Where are they? Anyways. Yes, Frozen was getting a ride for Walt Disney World. However, instead of putting the ride in Hollywood Studios with all the other Frozen stuff, they decided Epcot would be better. And since Frozen takes place in a made-up fairy tale world, it obviously means that it should go into the Norway Pavilion. I have written the script. I should make a rant, but you know what? I'm making a rant right now. Come on, Disney. What? You have this fairy tale world, and you have an entire land set up in Hollywood Studios. You have a new fantasy land ripe for growth. And you replace Maelstrom, which has more to do with Norway than Frozen does. And you replace Maelstrom with a Frozen ride. There have even been some recent photos of it actually being destroyed, so it's not even going to resemble the original ride. It's going to be not even a boat ride. It's probably going to be one of those cheap dark rides. Even the Three Caballeros ride had some sense in it to make it still the original ride, and to invoke Mexican culture. I mean, Three Caballeros is a film about Mexican, South America, Antarctica, for some reason. What's Frozen in? Arendelle. Where's Arendelle? Show me Arendelle on Google Maps. Come on, Disney. Anyways, there's no room for 2 Norway rides. I don't know, I'm just mad. So, along with the announcement of American Idol and the backlot tour closing at Hollywood Studios, it was announced that the cult classic ride would close. And on October 5th, 2014, it finally did close. But fear not. The Maelstrom will still live with us. Disney will still make toys based on it, like this Filmation here. One of my favorites, actually. But most of all, the ride will live on in all of our hearts, minds, and spirits. Merry Christmas. Does Norway celebrate Christmas? Yeah, Norway celebrates Christmas.